There's 180 days of school in this nation. Corona came along just to end it. So the newfound problem for our generation is figuring out how to spend it. Like maybe calling up my friends during virtual learning. I mean, totally paying attention.
That's not a pen.
Checking the fridge for food that doesn't exist and trying to avoid the infection. We're all sitting at home, finding things to do. I'm playing video games. Trying out new things, writing out essays. My family is driving me insane. Oh my god. As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do, but also not at all. So stick with us, cause at Tower TV, we're gonna cover it all. Stick with us, cause at Tower TV, we're gonna cover it all. Mom! What's for dinner?
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tower TV. Hope you all had a safe spring break. Right now, we're just waiting for Nick to join.
Got him.
Bro, that's not cool.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, bro. I forgive you.
Well, actually, that reminds me. Over to Ashley with a piece on healthy relationships.
I talked to our social worker, Miss Hutchins, at East High School about the meaning of a healthy relationship and what to look out for.
I think the meaning of a healthy relationship can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And I think really what it is it's about what it feels like to you and what it means to you. I think for some people, what they might see as healthy is not necessarily the same as other people. So I think it's really important that people define that for themselves. But I think some of the big characteristics from a healthy relationship is that, first of all, both sides are respecting each other. I think also trust is a big thing that is really important in a healthy relationship. Also, like thinking about how you can still be yourself in that relationship, that also finding a healthy way of having conflict is also really important. It's being angry or upset with each other, which we know happens in a relationship, that it's not just like you resort to like being physical or that you're screaming at each other, that you're refusing to hear the other person out. All of those things are really important to you. A lot of times in an unhealthy relationship, there can be a lot of guilt, a lot of manipulation. And so those are, if you're feeling those things, it would probably suggest like thinking about like why that's happening and what you're feeling.
Now for a recap. When in a healthy relationship, make sure that there is a form of mutual respect between the both of you. Second, make sure you both establish trust. Finally, ensure that you can still be yourself around this person. Thanks for watching, Pergolders. Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Ashley and Miss Hutchins.
That was very informational. Thank you, Ashley.
You know what they say, relationships are like a garden.
How so?
Well, they only produce anything good for about 7 months and are always a chore to get started again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, here's Noah with some botanic excursions.
You look like you could use some fresh air. Let's go on a hike. Sit at this bench for a little bit and take a little. Oh, that's money. That was a refreshing hike. Thanks for coming.
It's always good to get out in nature.
Yeah, the weather's been getting better lately.
You know what's good to do in nice weather?
Fly a plane?
Exactly. Here's Austin and Elam with their student feature.
Clifford Blackwell is an East student who's planning to attend the University of North Dakota for commercial aviation. So we sat down with him to talk about his experience as a pilot.
When I started thinking about aviation, I would just watch the planes go over and think, wow, I wish I could do that for fun or for like a job. Because, you know, you're looking up and you see these big planes and you're just thinking, wow, that's just crazy. I really just kind of thought that flying those planes was really cool, and I really wanted to figure out how to do that. I ended up working with Wisconsin Aviation over at the east ramp of the airport. We did a couple intro flights, and then eventually, when I was of age and ready, I got in touch with an instructor, and then we started from there. Learning to fly, there's regulations on how many hours and of what type of flying you have to do in order to get your license. I went to about 68 hours before getting my license, or certificate as the FAA calls it. You learn to do different things like how to recover from stalls, spins, cross-country planning, doing things like ground reference, going down and looking at something, doing circles or S-turns. At the end, you definitely come out a safe pilot. I just like showing people what aviation is like. When it's like a beautiful day, I like showing people what it's like to see a sunset from the air and just giving people that experience of flying. I am going to the University of North Dakota for commercial aviation. That's my major, where I'll get all of my ratings. I'm hoping to go to the airlines. If I can't go to the airlines, maybe doing private jets for some company, which would be pretty fun just to fly private jets around. If anybody's interested in flying or wants to learn to fly, just do it. It's very rewarding. It's some of the most fun you can have. And there's lots of great resources around Madison because we're right by the airport.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Elam and Austin.
Dude, that was pretty fly.
Reminds me of flying when I was younger and screaming when the turbulence hit.
Good times, my guy.
Good times.
You remember last year when we actually had sports?
Those were even better times.
Yo, here's Malik with a look back at some of our favorite sports memories.
Hi, I'm Marin. I'm a senior and I play soccer.
My name is Josh Porter. I'm a senior. I do wrestling.
Hi, my name is Elena and I play for the volleyball team at East.
In light of many East athletes unfortunately missing their seasons this year, I interviewed a couple seniors to reminisce about fond memories from in-person sports.
My story is from freshman year. We had soccer practice and it was after it had rained for like 2 days straight. And so instead of canceling practice, I guess we had it and we were just gonna destroy the fields, but we didn't do it. We all were sliding around and falling the whole time. And at the very end, went to the middle of the field and me and a couple other girls penguin slid face first to see how far you could go in the mud. We had to go to pasta party right after that. So we walked to the house where the pasta party was at and they had to hose us off in the backyard so that we could actually go into the house to get food. And then we ate cookies and pasta. And so it was a great day.
My story is from my sophomore year. We beat La Follette. La Follette had held the all-city title for 10 years. So that was a pretty big moment for us. And then we followed that up by beating Memorial and West. It was very loud. We were all yelling and cheering because it was just really fun. We were all obviously pretty happy. None of the teams in the past 10 years had been able to take the all-city title back from La Follette.
I remember when we had a senior night against La Follette, and it was my sophomore year. I didn't play in the game, but that game was just crazy, and I really felt for the seniors, which now I can't really experience that, but I really felt it through them. They started crying after, and it was just really a good experience. We played great.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Malik.
If only it hadn't been for COVID.
All the homies hate COVID.
We should give COVID a sandwich.
A knuckle sandwich?
Yeah, peck him up. Where are you going?
I'm going to give Coronavid 20 what he's got coming.
Bet. While you do that, we're going over to Aria, who's bringing us the student COVID-19 panel.
We have here Miss Mader and a few students from the United Asian Club talking about the COVID-19 student panel pertaining Asian students. COVID-19 has negatively affected Asian students in terms of racism, stereotypes, and violence. The purpose of this panel is to talk about this issue listen to Asian students' experiences, and how we as a community can bring about positive change.
How to support the Asian community through COVID-19. And it's about supporting staff, like the Asian staff, students, families, and members, like I said, of our community. And so we brought together the students from Dane County, so different schools such as East High School, Sun Prairie, Monona Grove, West High School, and Memorial High School too. And we started to do this training after the pandemic started, and we noticed that a lot of us were actually going through times of dark places and vulnerability. So we wanted to make sure that A, we were all together at first to talk about these things, and then B, how are we going to like introduce this to the community so that they know that we have been getting bullied in our schools and that we don't want these things to happen. And we want to make sure that like we can advocate for ourselves and for others who, you know, may not have tapped into their voices yet. We want to make sure that when we do go back to school, that the kids will be safe.
This student panel is important to me because COVID made us Asians more vulnerable. So I always wanted to defend who I am, and I love to advocate for others who can't defend themselves. And I gained the strength to push harder than ever, to keep going when I didn't want to, and to help myself stand up when there's negativity towards my identity.
This panel is really important to show our point of view and like how we look at everything going on, and with the corona and with the racism and stuff going on with Asians and the hate towards us. And I've also gained like leadership experience, and like it really has taught me how important it is to speak out, and also like a new like found hope for our community, to hopefully that they'll come and like be able to help us and understand what we're going through.
Like this panel is important to me because it gave us a chance to actually speak out for the Asian community at our school, because there is a very big Asian population at East, but we're always seen, but we're not always heard. So this panel was a really good opportunity for us to connect, reach out to our teachers and staff at East to understand what we're going through and like how big of an impact it's having on us and the community as a whole.
Student panel is actually super important to me because, you know, as COVID hit, you know, it brought a lot of us as the Asian community into this dark place, like how Ms. Mader said. And, you know, having this panel, it really allowed us to just take something from, you know, that darkness and, you know, create something beautiful and actually be able to just go and, you know, educate teachers and staff about, you know, our experiences and, you know, how we've had to deal with it. And, you know, it just allowed us to, again, turn something dark into something beautiful. And it just allowed us to kind of put ourselves out there as, you know, Asian Americans.
For more information, please email Ms. Mader. Signing off from Tower TV, this is Ariel.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this message from Student Congress.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Over to Student Congress.
Hi, my name is Farron, and I'm here to tell you about Congress's Cameras On campaign. So these past 7 months, Congress has realized that classes are just teachers with their cameras on, and there are so many people in the class that we just don't know. So our campaign is to encourage students to turn their cameras on at the beginning of class just to say hello, and hopefully at the end to say goodbye. This will help strengthen their community even though we're still apart. I really encourage everyone to try it at least once, so I hope to see you in class.
Bro, turn your camera on.
Look, my bad, man. It's just habit.
That background's kind of funny.
Well, if funny is what you want, here's Daniel with the joke of the month, man.
For joke of the month, I reached out to Miss Wilcox.
But what did the judge say when a skunk walked into her courtroom?
What'd she say?
Odor in the court.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Daniel and Miss Wilcox.
Thanks for the funny, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel, thanks.
It's about that time again, Nick.
Dogecoin is going to the moon?
What?
You're not talking about crypto?
Nah.
Oh.
I just meant Simon has the announcements.
Oh.
Yeah.
Over to Simon.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, Golders. I hope your past 24 hours have been fantastic, and the next 24 even more so. Juniors, you will have the opportunity to take the ACT on Tuesday, April 13th for free. The ACT will be administered in person from 8:15 a.m. to 2 p.m. Of course, COVID guidelines will be followed, and there will also be additional ACT opportunities in the future. For more information, please go to the East ACT webpage. Students, softball season begins April 19th. All talent levels are welcome, so be sure to get your athletic forms turned in and contact Coach Rocket for more information. Students, if you are interested in learning more about engineering, you can attend this year's Leap Day virtual event on April 16th. There will be virtual demonstrations and lab visits, at-home hands-on activities, and information about college life as an engineering student. Sponsored by the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, contact Ms. Chin for more information. Athletes, many fall and spring sports are transitioning back to in-person activities right now, and the rest are on the way. Don't miss out. The track team and boys tennis team started contact days and practices on March 22nd. Girls golf and girls tennis started the season on March 29th. The boys soccer team, the softball team, the baseball team, and the girls soccer team started contact days and practices on March 29th. The cross-country team started the season on April 5th, and the boys golf team starts on April 19th. Football, girls swim, volleyball, and winter sports expect announcements soon on whether your in-person activities might begin. Contact your coaches or the athletic office today for more information. There's room for everyone, so it's never too late to join a team. Calling all girls soccer players. The girls soccer program is excited to announce that our in-person tryouts will begin on Monday, April 26th. If you have not yet registered to play, please get a hold of Coach Strader to do so. Congratulations to Evelyn Anton, who will be representing East at National DECA virtual competition later this month. Simon off for Tower TV. This has been Simon with the announcements.
Well done, Simon. Stupendous work.
Yeah, always bringing us the good stuff.
Well, that's it for today.
Sign off for Tower TV.
This has been Nick.
And Ale.